Flyover State of Film was shot in front of a live studio audience.
What's going on, everybody? We're on episode
37.
Flyover State of Film. As usual, I have my co-hosts and co-pilots, Brian, Joe, and Yusef. Guys, let's crack the drinks or waters.
I'm having some delicious water, guys.
I'm the only guy tonight. Okay, that works.
Trying to revamp.
Guys, before we get started, I got a real quick question. If I gave you guys an extra $35 million, what would you change about me?
Your weird teeth.
I was gonna say your disgusting gingerness, of course.
All right, you got a red beard.
Honestly,
Joe?
your height.
I would change that too. Would you make me bigger? I could be
shorter, of course. I would make you like Warwick Davis sized.
Well, if you,
I'd make you tall. I'd make you taller so you could finally live out your dream of being an alpha.
yes, and just for that, you're pleasing me, like the Sonic movie did with the fans, and spending another $35 million to make Sonic look different. I mean, he does look better, but what about the movie? You think that'll be good?
Well, yeah,
No.
They didn't fix the script. They didn't fix the story. They just changed the way Sonic looked. So, no, it still looks like shit.
It looks once again, probably like we said the first time, it looks like just a fucking kids movie that's not for me.
And
It looks like
Wasn't
maybe a little bit
complaining that
dumber than the
eyes weren't
Pokemon
together?
one.
yeah, someone was upset the eyes weren't like one big piece with just pupils. They actually separated them.
All right, they're just being assholes because
Yeah, I was gonna say, that would have looked fucked up. He doesn't have goggle
Yeah, but
eyes.
I mean, that's could be like $10 million more. What's $10 million more? Like we can just.
Well, because considering
Fix
$10
it
million is twice what this movie is going to make on its opening weekend, I would say they probably should maybe take their foot off the gas.
Yeah, I was
dude,
just saying.
Dude,
Bullshit.
this from the guy that didn't predict the Venom outlook.
You know, the
Clearly,
one-
everybody's
Guy,
gonna
this
go
is the
on
one
St.
time I was
Valentine's
wrong.
Day
You know how
to
many times
watch
I've been
Sonic,
right? I was
okay?
right about Terminator.
But
I've been
you
right
were
about. I was
wrong,
right about
but you were
Apocalypse.
But you
this
were wrong.
movie.
So now all of your opinions are shit because you were
No.
wrong once.
One
This-
time.
So
And to be fair, the guy who said that was a fucking dumbass. So like maybe he's such a dumbass that
he's
it
such a
tricked me
dumbass
into
that he
not,
predicted
like,
it correctly.
I couldn't believe that he could even be right one time.
Yeah, but it comes out in Valentine's Day. Obviously, if you want to get fucked on Valentine's Day, you go see Sonic with your girl.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to get cucked, you're James Marsden, and he's in this movie, so that's what he does
He's
best.
just
on
warming up.
Valentine's Day.
He's
He
just
can get
warming
this-
her up.
You can get
This
fucked.
movie, it's gonna make $31 million. It's opening weekend, and it's gonna do about like 75 internationally.
God damn, 31.
It'll make more. It's going to make a lot overseas.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying. Overseas, but it's never gonna make its money
I don't
back.
think the
It's gonna be like
Japanese are that into Sonic.
I think the box office is wide open now that 50 Shades is no longer in competition. So
oh
I think
yeah,
Sonic
they're
slides
relatable.
right in.
What do you think that 50 Shades could end up on Disney Plus?
Oh, hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, it does
So
star Kristen
smooth.
Stewart.
What?
Twilight fan fiction.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. That makes sense. Now I know that two of us have Disney Plus on this and two of us don't. Boomers.
I'm ready to
But,
cancel.
yeah. Is there a reason why you guys didn't do it yet, or just like one of those things that you don't want to have another subscription service?
Like I said I was gonna probably cancel Netflix and then watch Disney, Plus, and then they kept like The Crown came out, and there's BoJack, and I was like, I'm good with Netflix. Like I don't have time to watch all the shitty movies that I thought I liked as a kid. That's kind of my point so far.
I don't know. The thing I'm finding with Disney Plus, it's like the things. It's like, wow, it's just there for convenience if I happen to want to watch a Disney movie. Like, and guess what? A lot of them, like, I have them. Like, I'm just gonna go buy
I
the
think that's
MCU
where I'm at too with the collection aspect of it. Is like I already own a lot of the movies I would want to watch.
I mean, I also own a lot of Disney movies. Like this shelf is dedicated to Disney.
Look at those racks. Racks
also,
on racks.
But I'll say this, like, I could see this being for, like, someone that just, like, likes to rewatch over and over, like, I only rewatch Marvel movies, or I only want to watch Star Wars or Pixar's, being it, like, it worth it there to just do that. But, like, that's, like, a once a year now. Like, I don't always want to.
Yeah, every time a new Marvel movie comes out, you have to watch all of them. Yeah. So it's a convenience.
There's not even time to watch all of them between Marvel movies. Like you would have struggled to watch all the Marvel movies in between Endgame and Far From Home. Like it would have been tough to get through them.
Well, guys, you could see my pinned tweet of my thoughts about each movie every 6 months.
Oh, okay.
I also am.
Did you like 4 things from it? Did you like 4?
Well, I liked that they had an action set piece, that the villain had some character development and was friendly at first, and then turned out to be the villain. I mean, you never see it every time.
Always great. Always good to note the casting.
Yeah, no,
one of the other reasons I didn't get Disney Plus is because I'm actually doing a free Amazon Prime trial right now, and I'm not watching anything on that. Like, I told myself, I was like, oh, sweet, I'll finally get around to watching The Tick. I'll get, what's that one? Fleabag, everybody likes that. I'll watch that. I haven't watched shit. I've been watching my old Jack Ryan DVDs, and it's like, so a Disney Plus is another thing I won't watch? Like,
if you get around to watch Marvelous Miss Maisel, though.
It is
and Fleabag.
Oh, yeah, I'll get right on it.
Dude, Prime actually has I think they have, like, low-key the best movie selection.
Oh, yes, I agree, 100%.
It's the same as Hulu, too. They have the same stuff.
It's consistently updating, too.
Bunker has the best DVD selection.
All right, cool. Well, I'm going to break into your house and steal Audition. Oh, wait, someone did that.
Oh, facts.
Speaking of breaks... how about breakdowns and not the movie yet? And we're talking about Elizabeth Banks breaking down about what I don't even remember what she said. Oh, because her movie flopped.
She said it was sexist.
No, the movie was.
No, wait a minute. Let's not be the podcast of 4 dudes who takes Elizabeth Banks out of context. Like November 11th, so like a week or 2 before her movie opens, she says that if her movie bombs, it will send a bad message to people about supporting, supporting female-led action movies and stuff. So to be fair, she was kind of like putting a little getting in front of it a little bit, but she didn't. This wasn't like a reaction to her movie bombing. This is something she thinking about.
Okay, sorry, because I remember she had similar comments. I think when she was doing Pitch Perfect 3, like she's been a little cagey with her comments as a director.
My thing is, she's not wrong though about like this is a great thing for studios to not finance the next, female-led action movie. It's like, well, Atomic Blonde didn't make John Wick money, Charlie's Angels didn't make 21 Jump Street money, and so we're just not doing these anymore. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. She has her sentiments absolutely
right. And you'll get
right.
Female-led superhero movies because it's the superhero aspect and the like in-universe tie-ins that sells them, so they have that automatic boost,
It would look like ass.
Terrible.
The trailers sucked.
I heard that
and the remakes
took money from the marketing, like for some reason that it didn't like. It went over budget, so they took money out of the marketing budget, and that's why the marketing was so bad.
Yeah, but
and also apparently there was like a music video that they thought went viral that they thought was going to boost their sales. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. It just also to bank on like an IP of a TV show that people like aren't going to race out to see the new one anymore. It's not
Well,
2001.
that was my thing. If like, I feel like we did the actiony update of Charlie's Angels. That's what the McG movies were.
Yeah,
and like,
and they were hits.
This just looked like that again with new girls. And I mean, and maybe the movie is more than that, but the marketing wasn't there to tell me that. You know what I mean? So
and they were hits.
Yeah, those movies were hits, which I could see would make them think that the franchise was still viable. But
I think the reason why they were hits because the girls had like chemistry and the action wasn't taking itself seriously.
And at the time, the three women in those movies were pretty legit stars too.
Yeah,
like Kristen Stewart isn't, but the other girls are kind of unknowns, right? Like,
none of the girls.
2000s, it's like the perfect time for that movie too. Like it was just a perfect bubble. Just that time and happening. And Drew Barrymore, even Tom Green was in the movie, and their whole relationship that they had, where he called himself the Chad. That's the same movie.
That
right?
was funny.
Yeah, it's just like one of those things. Yeah.
But
so it just kind of worked in.
Well, Yusuf, as the only person who's seen it, why don't you actually give your like full on like kind of thoughts about it, and if audiences were right,
you got 10 minutes. Go.
Take a full 10.
Okay, here's the real question, Yusuf. Would you see a director's cut version of it?
I would.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Would you think it'd be good or bad?
It'd be bad.
Ryan, take it away.
Oh man, TJ's on his segues today. I tell you what, he's like the creator of the Segway who rode off a cliff that one time. I was thinking about, because there's so much talk about the Snyder Cut, and everybody just can't wait.
I haven't heard anything about
their hands on that Snyder Cut. And Zack Snyder does director's cuts. That's like his thing. He did one for The Watchmen. He did one for BVS. He probably did one for Sucker Punch that was even more terrible.
They do one for the Owls.
The Owls of Ga'Hoole. His finest work, guys. Check out the Owls of Ga'Hoole, everybody. But no, I was thinking about. Director's cut's kind of a mixed bag, right? I mean, not all great. You remember the really good ones, but there's ones that actively do damage to the legacy of their movies. I mean, I guess famously, he never called them director's cuts, but George Lucas obviously comes to mind as somebody who just like can't stop tinkering and like can't leave it alone. But I was gonna pose the question to you guys: good, bad, or ugly? What do you guys think about director's cuts? Do you have any that you wanted to chat about? Joe, I know you got some stuff on bat.
Yeah. So just like a general note before, actually, because your topic I'm sure we just spawned recently, like it's a question that poses sometimes when you're like, I'm watching this like this movie. Like recently, I was like, I'm watching Exorcist 3, and you were like, oh, is it theatrical or director's cut? I'm like, theatrical because it's what's available, or I'm like, I don't know, because there's no manual to like which version you should watch. So having said that, I kind of put two on my little list. One that I think it was actually considered like a producer's cut, or like remember like in the 2000s everything was like unrated, and it was like the official unofficial director's cut of movie.
Sure.
The Dawn of the Dead remake, which is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
The unrated cut or director's cut, what you want to call it, the one where they put the extra footage in. It's not good.
It doesn't do anything.
No, it adds.
I think that might even be the one I have, but I don't remember what the extra footage. Boy, this is just a Zack Snyder podcast today.
It adds and then piggyback on it adds the zombie
feeding into the trolls, man.
And,
I love this movie.
Like an extended birth, and then like the baby like zombieing it up.
Oh, I fucking love the zombie baby. That's not the original thing.
It's more. It's like so.
No, fuck that. That needs to be in there.
Okay,
that deserves,
so we disagree with that.
That's tight.
I think a true director's cut though that really applies to this question. It's like almost full re-edit. The Daredevil one's a better movie. Like it's not good. Like the movie still has its problems, but they fixed a lot of it.
But it didn't like save it, I would say.
Yeah.
Every time I go into Best Buy and I walk by the $5 Blu-ray bin, it just sits there and screams at me. It's like, buy me, do it. Just give me one more shot. And it's like, I grab it, I put it in my hand with a bunch of other things. I start walking to the register, and right before I get to the register, I just look at it one more time, and I put it with the candy.
Okay, Boomer.
I had it, and I recently got rid of it. I did a little bit of a purge on my on the bunker and got rid of about 100 movies, and that was in there. That did not make the cut.
It's like I said, it's definitely, I would say, an exercise almost of like watching two different versions, but like there's so many better movies these days. I'm never gonna recommend it to anyone.
That was
This
part
was
of my logic. It's like,
2007.
why would I ever go back to watch this? This is when we had nothing, when we were living in the desert.
This
and
is when it was
a
like
drop of water.
X2 is the best comic book movie there ever is.
That never changed. That's still true.
It's still
Don't
very
wanna
good.
talk about Sam
So
Raimi's.
those are mine. Like director's cuts to me are, and I just use the blanket term producer's cut, director's cut.
It's fine. There's a
fine.
producer's cut of Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers.
That's
Check
the
that
one
out,
you
guys.
fucking asked me about.
It's like a totally different movie.
So I have the regular one. I had no idea. I was like, I don't know, it's terrible. Like, there's that, and there's this big. Before I get out of the other guys, there's this big fucking trend from like 2003 to like 2007 of DVDs saying unrated just to have extra boobs.
Yeah.
Fucking
Oh
love
yeah,
it.
just throwing those titties.
Oh, the
Some
Eurotrip
extra
one.
boob in there.
That Eurotrip one is clutch. That comes in.
Yeah.
Oh, Grandma's Boy is a good one too.
Yeah. Old school.
Version.
I just remember the covers the most.
Yeah, because it was usually like
Yeah.
a little bit.
Whoa!
Right.
Oh, we got demonetized.
Oh, boy.
So
Yusef, tell us about
Yeah.
director's cuts.
Can't show them titties. I'm bad with that. I'm not a connoisseur of the director cut or
I see it.
stuff like that. I like you guys were mentioning ones that I didn't even know existed, so I'm bad with that. Like I know of the famous ones like Blade Runner or stuff like that, but there was one that I stumbled upon, and it's not. I'm not even gonna take the credit for it. I think it was a YouTuber. It was either Red Letter Media or Your Movies Suck. One of those two YouTube channels that mentioned that Frank Darabont envisioned The Mist as a black and white movie.
Ooh,
And
Red Letter.
and the studio didn't know how to sell the black and white movie. And I remember hearing that, and I was like, no, I want to watch it now, but black and white. And it really fucking changes the movie because it hides stuff in the shadows. It creates almost like this Hitchcockian atmosphere to everything that's happening, and it really does. I'm not saying like it's. If you hated the movie, you're gonna love it now because it's fucking black and white. If you hated the movie, you're gonna hate it in black and white or not.
I fucking love the movie, and I would watch it again, and I'd watch it in black
I'd
and
watch
white.
that movie in black and white. It's a
Yeah.
cool movie.
So if you
Nice.
watch it in black and white, it's supposedly like I agree. It
I think
does.
it's-
I liked it with the purple tentacle monster, so I'd like it with a black and white one, probably.
Yeah,
I think
I-
that's Red Letter Media also.
It's one of
Red
those
Letter Media?
movies.
probably.
It's like, oh yeah, it's one of those movies for me. Like I saw it once, I enjoyed it a lot. But like I can't. Whenever it's on, I just can't watch the end just because it's so fucking depressing.
That's one of the
It
most
is,
brutal
it is.
endings in film history.
Jesus Christ, man, I can't
It's-
watch.
That shit gets dark.
And
We-
supposedly it's. I mean, I give it a shot. Maybe you find it even more depressing in black and white. You know.
Maybe you'll actually cut your wrist when you watch it this way. It'll be great.
Oof.
But yeah, but I'm very bad at like director's cut and all that bullshit. I guess I should seek it out more because it's the vision of the auteur. But I even hate the because it got to a point where it was almost like a comedy farce with the Blade Runner one. It has
yeah.
like
Oh
20
my
different
God.
versions, and you're like,
There's
fuck
so
you.
many. Yeah.
I
There'll be
saw
another
that.
version
Let it go.
No,
soon.
no, he literally called the last one the final cut. I think it's done.
I want to propose a question though. So we're talking about the director's cut. What about if we got the studio's cut of one movie in particular?
I think that's called the
TJ's
theatrical cut.
TJ's favorite movie, Dark Knight Rises, the director's cut. Nolan had final cut on that movie, and I wonder what it would have looked like if they had real studio
Like
notes.
maybe a few more notes couldn't hurt kind of situation.
You know, like that's the one in particular. I'm like, that was the big one. Like he has final cut. Like it's his vision.
No.
CJ, what do you think?
He probably would have fucked Catwoman.
No, I mean the movie was dead 25 minutes in. The director's cut wouldn't have done anything to itself. He just I don't blame him. He had his entire vision.
You blame Heath Ledger.
Yeah, unfortunately, and then it's
That's
like
what
one
you're
of those
saying.
things.
Say it out loud, TJ.
He did what he had to do with what he had, and I mean,
do you have any director's cuts you like then? I mean,
yeah. I mean, I'm surprised. I'm sure you've seen it. I mean, I don't know if you call it a director's cut, the extended version of all Lord of the Rings.
Sure.
Like,
absolutely. Yeah, I would say the epitome of director's cuts because he like re-edited them and redid the music and everything.
Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah. Joe, there's nothing
good
more.
Good point, Joe.
Yeah, more time.
Oh, talk about good point, Joe.
Oh, check it out. Guys, you can get this over at yeah, you guys can get these Flyover State of Film shirts over at TeePublic.
Good, right? Baby.
Just in time for Christmas.
Yeah, don't get us confused with the other popular podcasts on there also. Flyover State of Film.
Joe t-shirt.
You can fly us at the Flyover State of Film network.
It's in the link to doobly-doo below.
But
all right, don't hijack my segment. TJ, go back to talking about direction.
Other than like good ones like Lord of the Rings, that's my number one because I could sit through those movies for an entire afternoon and night and probably even longer than that. But bad, this one fucked me up big time because I went and saw it in theaters the 20th anniversary of it or whatever it was. But Steven Spielberg pulled a George Lucas and decided to go back and touch one of my favorite movies, E.T., and just flipped all this bullshit around, digitally enhanced E.T.'s face and body, added scenes, did the whole thing where he took the guns away and added walkie-talkies. It was a while where I couldn't buy E.T. on DVD or Blu-ray because you knew you were getting that version of it, so you had to wait until they re-released it.
I just recently bought it because I knew it was back to normal.
Same thing.
They got a
I didn't know
that's one of those things where there's early fucking South Park jokes about it that if you watch today, you're like, wait, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Dude, Yusuf, if you didn't see it, but there's like a scene where like they shot this with the actual animatronic ET of like him in the bathtub and all that stuff, but they enhanced everything digitally over him, so him and Elliot look like they're from two different movies, which they essentially are because that wasn't around back then. But again, it's a great movie, but no reason for them to go back. He even talks about how mad he is that he did that, and like
he like full on rescinded on that.
Yeah,
good for him.
He's the greatest director of all time, so good for him to do that.
But clunky.
Yeah. Those are my two, though. Lord of the Rings.
Those are all really good ones, and honestly, none of the ones I was really going to talk about. So I'm glad that I, had a couple left over, locked and loaded. Everybody knows my all-time favorite movie is a director's cut. The director James Cameron's director's cut of Aliens.
Yes.
It adds more story about the planet before the aliens get it. You get more information about Newt's family. You get more stuff about Ripley and her daughter, and it strengthens the bond with her and Newt. So that's really great. That's one of my all-time favorites, obviously.
I almost picked that, but I was like, Brian's going to pick this. I'm not.
Like I said, that's why I waited. We already talked about Ridley Scott, but we didn't mention Kingdom of Heaven has a really excellent director's cut. That's a movie, a big epic that kind of bombed in the theaters, but the director's cut adds a lot to it and stuff.
Is that the Cimino Deer Hunter?
No, it's the one's about the Crusades.
No, I know, but the same director?
No, it's Ridley Scott.
Oh, sorry, I'm thinking of...
You're thinking of Heaven's Gate,
Heaven's Gate, yeah. That considered like the biggest bomb of all time.
Yeah. No, Kingdom of Heaven didn't bomb that hard, but it didn't do The Martian or anything either, so... That's one that I think, deserves...
Is that your barometer of successful movies, if they're The Martian?
Well, The Martian was successful enough to, give him a shot at doing another Alien movie after everybody hated Prometheus, so it did pretty good.
Guys, Prometheus is phenomenal.
Yes. Yeah, well, people were stupid. They didn't like Prometheus because, I don't know, Charlize Theron didn't run to the side or something. That's a whole reason to discount a whole movie, though. That's good. That's smart.
Think about that.
Anyway,
the director's cut of Prometheus is pretty good too.
I would watch that. I'd watch the shit out of it.
Yeah, there is one.
Is there? Or
there's another cut of Prometheus with more engineer shit.
I'd watch it. I'll find out.
I think so. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I think I have the Blu-ray.
So you're gonna put me on the hunt for it now.
I think you're talking about the short film they released where they actually show the what's her name, Numi Rapace or whatever her name is, and David go to the engineer's planet and then
that was like part of the Covenant special.
Yeah, Covenant thing. Yeah.
Oh, there's like you watched like the first extended 20 minutes of the engineers like. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking of. Apologies.
No, it's all right. They'll set me looking for a Prometheus director's cut. One movie that got a director's cut that I thought was good, but as I have learned is pretty reviled, was the Donnie Darko director's cut. Anybody familiar with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched that movie ever.
The movie's, I don't know. I like the director's cut because it did help kind of clarify some things. That's why some people don't like it. Now looking back on it, I wonder if I even, is it just kind of up its own ass a little bit anyway, and maybe that's the problem?
I think it's of its time. It's like one of those movies in that capsule of like.
Was it 99?
Yeah, 2000 or something. That whole little era has like these movies and pop culture things.
Though. For me, it feels like the first artsy indie movie that I liked. And I rewatched it, like I put it on for my wife. I remember
honestly, I think it's I was gonna say
I'm middle of the story, Brian. Middle of the story.
No, it's
sorry,
like that.
You inspired me. You inspired me. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish your story about your lovely whatever it was.
I put it on for my wife, thinking like, oh, this is gonna blow her mind. And I remember being bored, and I ended up apologizing to her, like, I'm sorry, this movie sucks. And she's like, yeah, it sucks.
You take a 14-year-old, you take Donnie Darko, you take Fight Club, and you roll it, and maybe you sprinkle a little Memento in there, and you roll it all together, and you get someone who thinks The Joker's a good movie in 2019.
Oh, you get TJ.
I was 100% thinking the same thing, and that's why I felt it was so important to try to interrupt Yusuf to say, this is like the movie nerds Boondock Saints, right? That's what it is. Yeah. That's what Donnie Darko is.
Movie too.
I actually liked The Joker too. I'm on record of that, but it was a good joke. But yeah, that is the movie nerds Boondock Saints. Absolutely 100%. Donnie Darko is insufferable.
Yeah.
Rather watch American Pie any day of the week than fucking Donnie Darko and pretend that all I see around me are shiny faces.
Why are you wearing that stupid human suit? Oh, so fucking deep, dude. Oh, man, you blew my mind.
Yo, give me Jake Gyllenhaal and Bubble Boy, and that's it.
Yeah, fucks that. Or Day After Tomorrow.
All right, on that, I was going to talk about the Donner cut and how it was another version of a Superman movie that was worse when they let the director have another crack at it. But you know what? We ended on a good note with Donnie Darko. Who's next? What's the next topic, boys?
Well, guys.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe. You're up, man.
Well, guys, we have to bring some new birth back into this life, my topic. With all the success of Baby Yoda and the talk of honestly something that, clearly you want to sell more toys. Give me full of shit, Mandalorian. Who would you, if you were to make a baby of a character, like have a baby version of a character, who would it be? Now, let's start with Yusuf on this one.
So, I don't know if you heard, David Fincher is going to do a prequel of Chinatown. So I want to do a prequel of another classic, but I don't want to see them as babies. So I'm taking Casablanca down to their diapers, and I want Humphrey Bogart in a baby trench coat with a baby fedora, with a baby cigarette. It's going to be a real cigarette, but it's going to be tiny.
Baby Yoda does kind of wear a baby trench coat, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's dressed like a fucking... And he's going to be hitting on Scarlett, right? I remember correct. No, not Scarlett. Should have looked this up before. Hitting on the lady, and that's how we're going to know their past. We're going to know their and he's going to meet... Fuck, I should have looked this up. Who's the guy that plays piano? Motherfucker.
Fozzie Bear. I'm pretty sure the Muppet Babies did this.
Brian, you're supposedly a fan of
Yeah, wait. I think
I
TJ's
do.
right.
I'm sorry. I can't. Sam
think
is the guy, the piano player, I believe.
Sam, we're gonna meet Sam. He's
I'm
gonna
like
be
100% sure.
Yeah,
all
Muppet
baby
Babies.
cast, and this is gonna be a secret reboot of the Baby Geniuses franchise.
I was thinking about it the whole
And
time.
we're just gonna do all babies, everything. Like we're gonna do how the West died. We're gonna do on the waterfront. We're just gonna do all the classics, but babies. We're gonna do Shane. Baby Shane's gonna walk out that door. What's the racist movie? The one about the Civil War.
How to Kill a
Gone
Mockingbird.
with the Wind.
We're gonna do Gone with the Wind. All the classics, but babies.
You know, it's a shame. We were talking about the thing with Elizabeth Banks, and I was thinking about this the other day about how women don't have any great anti-heroes. Like, there's no women's version of Walter White that like they get, because like people don't accept women in those roles. But Scarlett O'Hara from Gone with the Wind is the women's anti-hero that they deserve. That's a great character in a movie that is problematic. But
Sunset Boulevard
doesn't mean anything. But
Sunset Boulevard is a good anti-hero feminine.
That's fair.
And all the femme fatales.
But I
think a femme fatale and an anti-hero are kind of two different things.
I agree.
This is Baby Geniuses.
Points.
This is Baby Geniuses. How are you going to incorporate Kathleen Turner?
As the voice of the husky voice of a baby.
No, she was the villain.
She's gonna be the voice of the lady that I never got the name from Brian.
Okay, cool. I just need to know because she needs work.
I probably should have looked this up before pitching.
Cool. So TJ,
they used to put in effort.
we moved to Texas, became lazy. TJ,
like most Texans.
What the fuck?
Who would you be?
Don't mess with Texas, bro.
Yeah, man. What's up? Horns up. Yeah, so I thought about this a lot, and I figured that if I'm going to make anyone a baby again, it's someone that deserves to be in this role again, even though it was recasted. But it's fine, because I'm making it a baby. But this actor is still going to play the baby in some type of way. I'm making a baby Blade, Wesley Snipes.
Oof.
we don't know what happened to Blade.
We kind of see Baby Blade for a second in the first movie, don't we?
Just a little bit. And then you see him as like a toddler, or like a 10-year-old, and then he finds Chris Christopherson, who will make an appearance live.
I don't know. We can kill him and bring him back.
Yeah, I mean, even if he does, we can do that because that's the thing to do now.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I find a role that fits him,
that would have been a good question.
Oh yeah, it would have been going. We'll save it for our Thanksgiving. Oh yeah, if you guys are watching this, Thanksgiving's already happened. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
No, it hasn't.
No, it hasn't. It's next week. Next week. When are you gonna post this, TJ?
Tomorrow.
He's already telling us he's not gonna post it till next week.
Forget it. But yeah, Baby Blade, Baby Wesley Snipes deserves a shot to come back in. And also, like, wouldn't you want to see like an aggressive vampire baby? That's Wesley Snipes. It's attacking people, but then has to find the right way of doing it. He's in the daytime. He's a day walker. I don't know. I feel like it just writes itself. Day crawl. Wow.
Come on, man.
Wow. Now we have our title.
Itself. It writes itself.
Damn.
Jake Gyllenhaal shows up at some point too, like Nightcrawler.
Hollywood, I'm waiting.
But I'm pretty sure, like, you can't go wrong with the Baby Blade. You can do a whole bunch of other baby Marvel characters that don't get the MCU treatment. You could have, like, baby.
This could go on Disney Plus.
This is just how he back pilots Howard the Duck.
Yes, you have
That's
a
what
baby.
We've been leading this whole time.
Baby duck.
He goes to eat a baby duck, and then it says, "No, don't eat me." And he's like, "Oh," and they become best friends. And Baby Duck, Baby Blade. Yeah, oh, man, Hollywood. Hit Yusef up. His idea was better. What you got, Brian?
We did it, though. Brian.
So I think there's a baby that pop culture is obsessed with. They talk about him all the fucking time. They're always bringing him up. Most recently, I think, in Endgame. And that's Baby Hitler. So I think we need to finally flesh out the premise of the Baby Hitler thing and do a time travel story where someone goes back to kill Baby Hitler, and then you send, like, somebody back to save. We basically do Terminator, but with Baby Hitler. And it's, like, the whole idea of, like, is it more important to, like, not disrupt the time stream, or will killing Baby Hitler even do anything? And, like, pop culture won't shut up about if you went back in time, could you kill baby Hitler? So I'm ready to just get it out in the open, and let's just do it. Let's just have it out.
I think Yusef's gonna say what I want to say, but go.
Go ahead.
Can we have a scene where baby Hitler is drinking from the tit of his mom, and he pulls away, and he has like a tiny milk mustache?
That is 100% going in there.
Perfect.
That is genius. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure this is what Ryan Johnson wanted to accomplish with Looper, but he just did it backwards. He's like, let me take someone who ends up being a huge genocidal maniac, and we'll send someone back in time to kill him, and then we'll show.
Yeah.
And then have no logical sense.
Good movie.
How are you gonna, Brian? How are you gonna incorporate a strong female, like more than one in this movie?
Toni Collette plays his mom.
Any of the assassins, or we can have Hitler's mother protecting baby Hitler also. She could be a character.
So you're a Nazi sympathizer.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, great.
Fuck you, Boomer.
I'm glad we cleared that up. Thank goodness.
Yeah, Brian.
It only took 38 episodes, and we're here.
All right.
Now when he wipes does he keep the mustache on for a second, wipe away, and then wink at the camera?
Oh, I'd say it just lingers long
No,
enough.
he goes like this.
All right. So moving on.
Yeah.
I think we need to. So they say like little kids are just like drunk people, like little drunk people. I think we need to recreate Leaving Las Vegas, but with babies.
That's the Cage.
So you just have this debilitating tale of yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Cage is just like gonna have this little cameo as like the baby's father, but the baby's gonna go on a bender. He's gonna pick up a hooker. It's gonna happen at a daycare, and he's gonna drink himself to death. It's gonna be the same movie.
Do you think Jacob Tremblay?
Is this Daddy Daycare 4?
Yeah. You think Jacob Tremblay could still be a baby?
No, he's getting older. You guys should watch Good Boys.
Now, with this movie, are you gonna have the method acting where the babies get drunk before camera goes on?
Is he gonna be voiced by Nick Cage?
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually just Nick Cage's inner monologue and a baby stumbling. And I'm just going, oh, God.
But is this going to be like Look Who's Talking, where the babies don't move, or is he going to have like a movie mouth?
It's not, his mouth's not.
Wait.
We should watch Look Who's Talking.
But how many? Okay, yeah, I was going to say, how many movies have talking dogs and talking babies?
Cats and Dogs. Look Who's Talking.
Okay. Look Who's Talking now.
3.
Wait, what's the dog one?
The third one.
And with Roseanne.
Yeah, Roseanne's in it. Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Isn't it Danny DeVito, the dog?
Yeah, I thought it was Bruce. No, Bruce Willis is the kid's voice in the first one.
Welcome to Look Who's Talking Talk.
We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna dissect it.
All right, guys.
The kid is Bruce Willis. John Travolta's the cab driver who's not the dad.
But in the dog one, he's a pilot.
Yeah.
Well, he becomes he's a pilot in the first one too. He becomes
3.
Oh.
Guys, stop talking about John Travolta in real life. He's a phenomenal pilot.
Oh, remember how in real life he molested the stewards on his planes and like grabbed them by the dick and shit?
Allegedly.
Oh, man.
Allegedly, he did that shit though.
Allegedly, okay.
Allegedly, he tripped and fell mouth first onto that guy a couple times.
There's gonna be your lights are gonna turn off again. The last time you spoke ill of a Scientology member, your lights shut off. So you better not be like you're testing the waters, man.
And Jim Belushi turns into Tom Cruise all of a sudden, and you're dead.
Yeah, the eyes move.
All right, now. Since we got all of our baby mania out of the way, I feel like we could play a game right now. Yusef, what do you got?
Oh, you want to play a game? That's a quote from a movie. How about we play a movie quote game?
Oh, I see what you did.
Yeah.
That was very smooth.
Smooth transitions. So I think we've already played a similar game before. in where I'm gonna say a quote from a movie, and you have 3 points up for grabs. You have to say the character's name, the actor, and the movie. So you have 3 points available. If you miss one of them, another player can steal from you.
Are we buzzing in on this, or is this just
so? Since Joe tends to disappear every now and again, I want to give him the ability of, participating all the time. At least his voice disappears. His movements are still there. So raise your hand real quickly, just so. Yeah, good boys. All right. So I'm gonna use my phone to write.
So hands down is what you're saying. We have to make sure we keep our hands kind of.
Yeah, keep it down.
I'm gonna hover mine right out of frame.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so I tried to have a mix of very obvious ones and not so obvious ones. So the first one: no wire hangers ever. Oh, Joe got it up first. He got
no way. I was way ahead of Joe.
We just mentioned this person.
Mommy Dearest by Joan Crawford.
You gotta give me like.
Character Joan Crawford.
Okay.
Mommy Dearest, starring Faye Dunaway? No.
Yeah.
Faye Dunaway. Sorry, Faye Dunaway.
Damn, he killed it. 3 points. He said no, though. He did.
All right, this one is easy. Greed, for lack of a better word, is good. Brian.
Wall Street, Michael Douglas, Gordon Gekko.
Yeah,
Wall Street. It's Wall Street. Money Never Sleeps. Shia LaBeouf.
What's his character name, huh? Tough guy?
I don't know. What sucks about these games? Yusef always picks good movies that he knows I've never seen.
All right, this is not a good movie. This is a great movie.
Oh, fuck.
A boy's best friend is his mother. Brian.
I got that.
Psycho, Norman Bates, Anthony Perkins.
Oh, baby boy.
I would have said Vince Vaughn. Whoops.
Would have been right.
Brian 6, Joe 3, TJ 0.
Again, movies I've never seen.
TJ, you have to have seen this one, and this one is a tricky one. I don't have friends. I got family. TJ.
Oh, shit, though. Is this like a specific one?
Oh, no, dumb shit. It's any movie you want to say.
Okay, good. Fast and the Furious, Tokyo Drift. No, Dom Toretto, Vin Diesel, Fast and Furious.
You got 2 points. The movie's wrong. Who wants the movie?
Wait, what?
Joe.
Fast 5.
It's wrong. Brian.
Ooh,
you said any
7.
movie I want.
You said 7?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Ooh, I stole a point.
Yeah, I want.
That was a joke, TJ.
Oh.
All right. Next one. You gonna eat those tots?
Yeah.
Yo.
Napoleon Dynamite, John Heater, Napoleon Dynamite.
There you go.
That broke me for a second. Wait.
All right. This is an artsy one. In the moonlight, black boys look blue. Joe.
Moonlight.
The guy from Moonlight.
Mahershala Ali.
Okay.
And I don't remember the names.
Anybody want to steal the point?
I never saw Moonlight, sorry.
I'm scared if I guess the name, it's going to sound...
It's not Orlando Jones. Don't do it, man.
I'm going to pass.
All right, it was Juan. His name was
Juan? All right, good. I was going to be like Elo Brown.
All right, so Joe is ahead with 8, Brian 7, TJ 2, but there's a lot of points up ahead.
All right, good.
Honey, where is my super suit? Oh, Joe is quick on this one.
Oh man, my hand was up. I watched Joe put his hand up when my one was in the air.
It's whatever my feed appears.
The Incredibles, Samuel L. Jackson, Frozone. Also, TJ's Halloween costume.
11.
The fucking super suit.
Not quite my tempo. Joe.
Whiplash, J.K. Simmons. Oh fuck, what's his name? You know what? I'm Russian and Dragon. I don't remember his name.
Anybody want to steal the name?
Yeah. Just give me a second to IMDb it. Hold on.
No.
Damn it.
Terrence Fletcher, Mr. Fletcher.
I was gonna guess. Is there gonna be any quotes from Airborne in this?
Yes.
Right.
Next one is, I drink your milkshake. Brian.
Oh, I was so early.
There will be blood. What's his name? Shit. Abraham Lincoln. Oh, god damn it.
Really?
Why am I blanking on? I'm just brain farting on his name.
Boomer moment.
Right. I got my Alzheimer's going.
Give
you 5 seconds.
You know what? I don't have the character name. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I have the character name either. I'll just take the 1 point.
Joe.
Daniel Day-Lewis and Daniel Plainview.
Oh my
D.
god.
Lewis. That's what it
I
was. I
swear to
couldn't think of
God,
his
Joe
name
is
though.
looking up shit.
You guys have seen my hands this whole time.
I mean, Joe ran away with it, but I'm just still going to read the
Laura's
last
listening,
sentence.
and she's standing behind the computer, and she's typing her phone and going like this.
You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention. Brian.
That's bullshit.
Leonardo DiCaprio as Calvin Candy in Django Unchained.
All right, final count. Joe blew away the competition.
Yeah, good. Joe's used to blowing me.
That's how you got so skinny.
Joe with 14, Brian 11, and TJ with 2 points.
I swear to God. One of these days I'm going to win one.
And that was the movie quote game.
I'm having a goddamn breakdown right now.
I mean, I feel like we saw like a complete breakdown of Brian's ego. How about we talk another breakdown? TJ.
Guys, I picked a movie from 1997. I picked a movie I saw once on TBS one morning, and I thought about it while we were having an episode. And I wanted you guys to watch it because I thought it fit. This is a Kurt Russell classic. As Joe called it, the #1 dad movie in the world. But basically, to break this down right now, wow. The movie's called Breakdown. That was weird.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So basically, you have Kurt Russell stars as a guy. I don't know his name. I don't know any of the characters' names in this movie. Just one of those things that happen. Him and his wife are driving cross country from Boston to
Jeff. His name's Jeff.
Jeff. Yes, thank you. I don't even know if they say it ever again.
They say it.
His wife's name's Annie or Amy. I'm not sure.
Amy.
But they're driving the back roads of some. Is it Texas?
No,
they're like out in Arizona or something.
Arizona, okay.
They're like in the desert.
Yeah, they're having a whole like change of life.
Some shit.
Yeah, they have a unfortunate run-in with some locals on the road while.
Let's be fair. He's being an asshole. He's not paying attention, and he damn near sideswipes the truck parked on the road, and then he's a prick about it.
Correct.
Yeah, he should totally be killed.
I didn't say it was justified, but let's tell the truth. Not victim
Eventually, the car breaks down, as the movie's called Breakdown. The wife gets picked up by a trucker.
Oh, I get it now.
Yeah. A trucker comes by and offers the help and take the wife to call a tow truck while he sits with the car, and the movie ensues. Now, guys, as Yusuf said, this is an anti-TJ movie, which I still don't get. If you want to explain yourself.
This is like the most straightforward plot too. Like that's all you have. Like your synopsis is the movie.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the most. It's like a pumpkin spice latte.
Well, it's because like you think the movie's gonna be a mystery because he sends his wife off with this stranger. And then he gets his car going and he goes to like look for her and she's not there. He calls the cops and he finds the truck and he makes him pull over and the guy's like, I've never seen you before in my life, and it's clearly the same dude and everything, and we're all like, what? But he doesn't have any proof because he didn't get a name or take a picture or anything because he's a fucking idiot.
He's a cuck.
And then like, and so you think it's gonna be a mystery, and then like 10 minutes later, the dude is just like, I've got your wife.
Yeah, you think it's gonna be like, remember that movie with Jodie Foster, like the Passenger or whatever? No, Flight Plan.
Oh,
Flight Plan where her daughter just goes missing on a fucking plane.
Wasn't that the same year that there was like 3 mystery movies in a plane?
Yeah.
Like, wasn't it Red Eye?
I was waiting for one of those moments of like something more nefarious happened, that there was like a weird edit or something in it, that it wasn't just oh no, she's fucking kidnapped and for some reason they kept her alive.
Would you?
That's the thing. That's what I think. Where I think this movie falls down. I know you guys are gonna praise it a lot, but I think this movie falls down in like giving me any reason that these guys do this. Like, it doesn't even seem like they gain too much out of it because they're not good at getting the money. Like, they didn't pick a good mark. You know what I mean? Like, it just seems like there's a bunch of psychos. I don't know. Maybe I just need a little more. I would have liked a little more development on the villains, I guess.
I couldn't find out on my one try Google search. So I really tried. How much is a 1997 cheap Cherokee worth?
Yeah, this is a fucking Jeep Grand Cherokee commercial.
Oh, yeah, that's like a $27,000 car.
I know, but it's not like he was driving a fucking Lamborghini down the road. They're like, oh, this is our mark.
They also do that.
They say it's Massachusetts plates because he's from Boston, so he must be rich.
Yeah. They do that thing. All right. His, like in the car with his wife, where they're talking about their money troubles. Like very loosely, she's like, "Oh, $90,000. Could you imagine what that would solve?" It's like,
you take 90,000 or 90,000
donuts. Oh, which also I thought that was a smart play in this, where eventually this guy, which this whole thing is a stupid '90s movie, but I thought the acting, which is the perfect fever dream acting, when he pulls the guy over in the truck and the guy's like, "Dude, buddy, I've never met you before in my life."
He's great at not knowing Kurt Russell.
And I wrote.
And he does it again as a team.
Again, we've got a great ensemble in this movie too. It can't be denied. Like, we've had some good ensembles. It was a good one in this movie too.
It was at most, if he got with the 4-wheel drive and like the works, 33,000.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a.
And I'll tell you what too. When he drove that shit into the river, that's the end. That car never ran again.
Done.
Like,
that thing was a fucking tank.
He didn't even think about it.
Brian, are you dumb? Are you dumb? It says all-terrain vehicle.
I mean, all the terrains, including the bottom of the ocean.
But watching this movie, though, I'll give it this. Like, I had a lot of fun with it. I was just like, man, I wish we got this dumb shit still. Like, I wish there was just, like, someone was like, hey, there's a movie, this chick goes missing, and, he just gets revenge, and that's it.
I like the fact that it cost $36 million to make this movie.
That's all had to go to the cast, right?
Yeah,
that's all.
But how much was that from Jeep money?
Oh, all of it.
All of it.
I bet the studio made a profit even though this movie wasn't a hit, just because they didn't hardly pay for anything because the Jeep foot the bill on this one.
Oh, fuck
I think they made
open road in the middle.
I tried to check on Box Office Mojo, but fucking Box Office Mojo, man.
No, let me do your job.
Oh, I can't believe that they did the revamp. It makes my job so much harder.
I don't know who you're talking about.
But we were talking about this before starting the recording. Like, when you said the movie, TJ, I didn't know anything about that movie. And I was like, I've never seen this fucking movie. And as soon as I hit play, I was like, wait, I had a very weird deja vu of being in my parents' bedroom because we used to rent a lot from Blockbuster every Saturday, and watching this movie, and the entire fucking movie played in my head. As soon as I recognized that I seen it before. And I was like, oh, yeah. And it's like that type of movie that you watch. I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. But I bet my left nut, tomorrow I'm not going to remember this fucking movie until I see it again.
Guys, it made $50 million.
Oh, so it's
that's not bad. It made its money back.
It also made $4 today.
Hey, there you go.
From you?
I watched it for. You didn't get my link for free. I sent that.
By the time I got home, it was just more convenience.
You couldn't abide the commercials. Didn't have time for commercials.
No, I actually forgot. We had too many messages.
You dumb motherfucker.
Well, no, it was available. By the way, it's available on Stars, but for some reason the Stars app locks certain movies, and they're like, you need to upgrade your plan, and it's one of those fucking movies.
Good.
Oh, here's
great way of enticing your customer base, Stars.
Sorry, guys.
I want to say out of like most of the 90s.
That's a great point, Joe. Though, get the Good Point Joe T-shirt. Public.
But let's talk Kurt Russell.
Yeah, I was gonna say Kurt Russell, out of like the 90s and like
more like Cuck Russell. And this
Cuck Russell.
Plus, I'm saying like the late 80s, 90s, like heartthrobs from like your Swayzes, your action dads, Willises. Kurt Russell's the only one that we all know could probably fucking kick somebody's ass. But this movie, talk about playing the pussy to a T. Like this guy, you would never think that was Kurt Russell other than his beautiful mullet. But just he's scary.
He's real breathy and kind of like, why, what's going on? Where's
I think this is
that's how he's like the whole movie.
My like one thing about that movie with that, especially that type of acting, is in the diner, the multiple scenes of going into the diner being, my wife, and then just like thinking the whole time, I'm like, wait, so like all those like truck drivers, they know this shit goes on. They have to.
All of them. Everyone.
Okay. I had 2 points, but I think Joe brought up one that I wanted to mention. How are they splitting that $90K? Because it seemed that every fucking character knew.
I was legitimately surprised when the cop wasn't in on it.
They were gonna make like 5
cops. I was sure the cop was in on it.
I was waiting for him to grab his CB radio and be like, "Help, we need an ambulance," and it'd be like, Jim's that you? Did you get him yet?" Like those type of things, and then he kills the fucking cop. I don't think he killed anybody in this movie.
No, his wife is the one who eventually drops the truck,
and I love that,
which was tight. That's a tight move.
I like the
also. I was just saying, just as she did that, I was saying to my wife, I was like, "Man, this is not a great movie for women." She's basically a prop, and the wife of JT Walsh is like a know-nothing who then prompts her kid to kill a man who's there.
Do it.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, but
and
it was
still
like
surprised by her husband's body count.
I mean,
he had a lot of shit in that garage. Like, how did she never go in there and see that he had like
a tarp on it?
He had fucking like a laundry basket filled with just watches.
I was waiting for that, like, I know this is, but like when they pull her out of the thing, they do the whole like she's dead, and Kurt Russell is just like immense, amazing crying face that you love and you want to see.
He's doing good work in this one.
Oh yeah, and then he just jumps down with a baseball bat and does nothing.
No. Is there? Look, I've watched a lot of movies, but is there a movie more aimed at middle-aged white dads across the nation that are purple polo tucked into Dockers? Russell.
This is
action
like
hero.
If Clark Griswold was an action hero.
Yeah.
This movie.
No, this is the pinnacle. Your dad just got done with his morning like project, whether that's like mowing the lawn or like like cleaning the gutters, and he's like, great, can't wait to relax. Has a ham and cheese sandwich with the fucking Miller Lite.
It is embarrassing how close you are describing my weekend that we just it's hurting me at how close you are nailing what I did this weekend.
Maybe he has a Coca-Cola, honestly, boomer. Because it's middle of the day. Sits down on the couch.
That is spot on.
Maybe unbuttons one button and goes, "Oh, nice! It just started," and on TNT, and it's like propped up. And then by like the middle of it, if he fell asleep for like 15 minutes, like missed like the diner scene, but he knows exactly what the fuck's going on.
He probably saw Kirk Russell and is like, "Oh yeah, I like Kirk Russell."
He was like, "Is this the executive decision? Oh no, breakdown. Cool, breakdown."
I could live with.
Your mother saw this.
Can we backtrack real quick? Like, this guy just bought this car, right? It's a brand spanking new car, and it breaks down by the side of the road. And this trucker comes out of nowhere, and he's like, "Is this car new?" And he's like, "Yeah." "Oh, they tend to overheat when they're new. It's like, motherfucker, what? No,
No,
that doesn't happen with new cars.
Have problems with their new.
Also,
Also,
kind of crazy fucking move of Kurt like that family to be like, let's buy a new car and move.
We have financial problems. Let's buy.
Yeah. They clearly invested all their money in whatever they're moving out to do, which I don't really remember, but they clearly got everything wrapped up in it.
They're really naive. They might be the most naive people on screen.
I mean,
don't worry, just go fucking into this man's truck. We'll meet you 30 miles away because I could find it without a map.
Yeah,
I'm trying. I for the whole time I was wondering. At one point, did Gator from Con Air unstrap their car? And then
I thought he did.
Well, eventually he goes, like, when he has Kurt Russell in the Jeep and he's doing the whole villain lay out the plan thing, and he's like, you should never walk into a store with your hood up. And just like, well,
they never show that.
Yeah, it's like, I was like, that's the fucking what? I thought, like, when Gator was talking shit to him around his Jeep, his fat buddy, which doesn't make any sense, would get out, crawl underneath the car, but now I'm like, yeah, that doesn't work.
Unless he's, like, coming back from the store and the truck driver leaves at that moment. Maybe the truck driver did it before.
They definitely messed with the car.
Even that logistic that doesn't make any fucking sense. The car is turned off.
Yeah.
In the gas station. So he got in the car, turned it on, drove, it broke down. He goes under the hood, connects whatever the fuck it is, and turns back on, and everything's fine. So how the fuck did it turn on in the very first place?
Let me get the Jeep on the phone right now. Hold on.
Yeah, please. Okay. So customer service is 7.
All right, I'm gonna be on hold for like
also, at least. Like Kurt Russell, great upper body strength. He has
a couple good upper body strength moments in this movie.
Yeah, a lot of upper body strength.
Did you get like a speed vibe when he was under the truck?
I got a speed
vibe.
Yeah,
sure, absolutely.
Well, I love you pick that up. We get right back to that. I got speed, maximum overdrive vibes. I got fucking.
Well, the end you get the dual vibe. If you're, you get, like...
What is that Mark Wahlberg movie that has like Lou Diamond Phillips and shit in it? The Big Hit. I got that. But yeah, back to that. I'll tell you what. When you're a kid and you're driving on a freeway or a highway, no matter where you live, state roads, whatever, and you see a fucking 18-wheeler and you look at the bottom as it's passing you, don't you ever think about just like kind of getting on it as it's going and trying to like sit?
No, because I like life.
No, I never thought of that, but I like that scene. I like the little kid looking in that scene. Like it's a nice touch.
That was me, and I was like, I want to do that. Now, if this movie was made today, Tom Cruise would play Kurt Russell's role, obviously. He does.
His wife would not be age appropriate.
No, it wouldn't be age appropriate. It'd be like, who's...
Selena Gomez.
Yeah, I don't know. But
he would be Bobby Brown, because she's
there. We gotta get a Latina in there, man. We gotta get diversity.
Wait, what was the Latina you said? Selena Gomez?
Yeah, we need like diversity, man.
Okay.
Come on, be woke, bro.
No, I said a child.
Columbia.
But I legit like the movie's. It's good. It's fine. But I legit loved the practical stunt work in the end, like those cars smashing into each other, the truck dangling from the bridge, and Brian already like spoiled the ending like an asshole. But I love that in the end, when he pulls her out of the car doesn't automatically fall.
Yes, I thought that was happening first.
It just stayed there, and she pushed it down and killed him. Like they
gave her some agency right there at the very end.
She also didn't have much no screen time to even get any sort of
character
piece of it.
I mean, that wasn't that far of a fall, so it definitely would be like.
I mean, this is all her fault though.
A serious injury, so it definitely.
I mean, that's my whole thing. I had a hard time getting behind this movie because, like, they asked me to take a pretty big leap to get the plot rolling, which is like, you wouldn't split up. Don't split up.
You know what
don't get in a truck with a stranger. Don't get don't not get any information. You know what I mean? Like he didn't do it. It's terrible.
No. You know what I wish this would be like. I think it would be a more effective scene if they did get into some sort of fight about getting into the truck, being like something like you're saying, like him being like, I don't want you to do that. Then I would have been on board of like, at least there was some sort of
worried about his car. He was like, I don't believe this.
Truck and her be like, and then and then the trucker just kind of jibing and be like, oh, like here's some bullshit information.
Like you just had a run-in with a dude at the gas station who's like, hey, you should have a CB radio. That's how we all stay in contact. Then he drives by you all suspiciously, turns around, waits till someone pulls up behind you. You know, they got CB radios. He's got CB radio. You don't never cross your mind that those two trucks might know each other, might talk to each other. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Like I had a hard time feeling bad for. I'm blaming Kurt Russell here. Is what I'm doing.
I'm with you.
We haven't talked about the guy that plays the town idiot, and then turns out to be
the dude from Idle Hands. He's the buddy, the guy from Idle Hands.
The beans. He's like, I saw your wife. She was here. She was in a truck. Got in another truck. I was like, oh, everyone thinks I'm dumb. Like, this guy's nice, man. It's gonna be a nice little.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. If I was stuck in a town, that guy came up to me, I'd help him out. I'd give him a couple bucks to wash my windows, and then he turns on you.
Oh, there's a scene that I laughed my ass off because it, like, most of this outside of the fucking leap of faith that we have to take on the Jeep starting and breaking down and him giving up his wife to the trucker. There's a scene where he's fighting with Roadhouse guy in the car.
No, it's not the guy from
he's in Roadhouse.
No, the guy from Roadhouse only comes in at the very end. Like he's not. It's MC Gainey for a while. Yeah.
For a while, I wrote the main guy who has the house and the wife and the kid. I wrote, not the guy from Roadhouse. I thought it was the guy who owned the Double Deuce.
Oh, yeah. No, that's TJ, was it JT Walsh? Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
But he's fighting with the handlebar mustache guy in the car.
Yeah. MC Gainey from Con Air.
The truck is just going crazy on the road, and he's just kicking his ass, and then he whips him into submission with a gun, and he politely pulls over into the side of the road and stops the car. I was like, wow, that's a very nice way to end the fight. He's just like, I'm gonna pull over in here so you can take over the pickup truck.
Kurt Russell's name really should have been like Jeff Everyman.
Yeah. No, he goes pure Kurt Russell though when he tapes Gator's neck around the seat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I do love when he smashes him in the face with the gun. So he like busts his nose with the butt of the gun. That was a good move.
Yeah. So he has his moments that he does the shit, and then, but like at the same time, he just at this whole movie you're just like, this is the Kurt Russell I like. But at the same, it's the everyman. It's so believable because you would go to the bar, and that moment where I'll go back, he goes second
Bless
time.
You, baby. Bless you, baby.
Thank you, baby.
He has the cook counting the tabs, and he's like, "You take down the names of everyone in here." Like that's something you would probably think to do if you went in that place and had the same shit going on with him. Be like, "Let me see the tabs. Did you hear?" But he never finds it. So
it's a fun.
Yeah, it's like a fun, tight little thriller kind of, but, you know, like I said, it does ask a lot of you to get going, kind of, you know. And like I said, I wish it had a little more under the hood. Like, I wish there was a little bit more of a mystery to it, because it's really just like...
Right with the pun.
Yeah.
Under the hood.
They're just like, you're like, ooh, what's going on? And the dumb guy tells him that the cops might be in on it, and then instantly it's like, oh, we just kidnapped her. We're just extorting you. That's it.
We think you own a donut empire.
Yeah.
Is it me or do 90s...
when he went into the bank all sweaty and he's literally got blood like dripping from his head.
Like, guys, like here's 5
nobody's just like, okay, I guess we'll get you your money.
I was gonna say before we get into the rating phase, is it me or do like 90s movies make truck stops look like playgrounds, like amusement parks? Like a good time.
Have you ever seen Over the Top?
Prostitution, food. Like there's so many. Also, have you ever just live in one of those trucks in like the cabin?
They got showers so you can get fucked or whatever.
As an American that is viewed as an immigrant that lived on an island, truck stop used to be a mystery to me because there's you can get around that fucking island in 3 hours. You don't need a fucking rest stop. So the first rest stop I came into here was very underwhelmed. I was like, this is not. This is like the Boreans. It's just a bathroom and a vending machine.
It's just like a big gas station with a shower.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's only 2 trucks here.
Overpriced McDonald's.
You'll definitely find like someone masturbating somewhere in a truck stop, though. So that's always good to look forward to.
And lot lizards, just because they're not as classy as they are in the movies, you can find yourself a nice little lot lizard. DJ, just drive on down.
Brian used to be a lot lizard.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point, Joe.
Joe, what's speaking of that rating? Go for it.
Ooh.
Ratings phase.
Okay, I think I'm gonna have to give this a 7.6 drink receipts. 1.6 receipts
with a name written on them.
Yeah, with the names.
All right.
I really fully enjoyed this movie, and it was just a ton of fun. I was pleasantly surprised that it doesn't require much effort to get going into it, though. As like once you get past the dumbness, I'm like, that's stupid. Like, I was with it, and that's where that middle of the road score comes from.
How about you, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna go a little lower. I'd probably put this at like a 5. This is a pretty middle of the road 90s action movie for me. A great cast and everything, but like couldn't get behind the characters. Wasn't too interested in like the plot. Wasn't much of a plot to get interested in. It was fine. I just feel like, and to Joe's point about like the ultimate dad movie, I've been watching Harrison Ford as Jack Ryan. That dude is punching in a tan suit. He's, he's the ultimate dad hero. Not Jim from The Office with a beard. I'm talking about the legit fucking Jack Ryan. So this is a fine movie. It is a perfect TBS movie. If it's on and you're laying on the couch, you don't have to turn it. It's fine. You'll be fine.
I feel like this movie not even would have been on TBS. It would have been on when it was the Superstation.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, fair enough.
How are you, Lisa?
6.5 purple polos. It's it's an hour and a half. It doesn't ask a lot of you. It entertains you.
In fact, it'd be helpful if you didn't think at all and just
that's
just in. It's one of those movies that like I said earlier, you watch, it killed an hour and a half. You enjoyed your time, and then 5 days later, somebody asks you, "Have you ever heard of Breakdown?" You're like, "Nope, never heard of that." But that hour and a half, you had fun, and I had fun. I mean, it's the least notes / attempts at jokes that I've ever written on this podcast. Like, I just watched it because it's kind of like it happens.
I just let it wash over me.
Yeah, it's a good. I think it's a good safe pick, and that's why I think I called it the least TJ movie we've seen so far.
Stay tuned for the next time I pick.
I was gonna say his last time was Any Given Sunday. He's hit us with a couple kind of down the middle.
Yeah.
Any Given Sunday was.
But Any Given Sunday is like woo-ha!
Yeah,
he was high.
That's true. There was a lot more going on in Any Given Sunday.
There was a lot of dicks and a lot of things. So
there's not a lot of dicks. There's just like one really big memorable dick.
Yes.
Yeah, huge.
A lot of dick. Sorry.
A lot of dick. I'm gonna give this. Yeah, I'm gonna give this one a clean 6.5 out of semis falling off a bridge on top of me type of a thing. I love this movie. I've only seen it 3 times now, and I'm glad I have. But next episode, Brian, you're up, baby.
Ooh, okay, guys. I have 3 movies, and I can't decide, so I wanted to play a little game. I've randomly assigned each of you to one of the movies. I have a cheapo trivia game here. So I got some trivia cards. I'm going to ask some true or false questions. These are so easy and so weak sauce.
How are we doing?
We're going to do it I'm just going to ask each one of you a question. One,
Okay.
2, 3. These are so easy that if you miss one, you're out. And we're going to go down to the next 2 until there's only one left. And then whoever wins, that's the movie we're going to watch. All right?
All right. 2 games in one day.
Hell yeah,
Lucky
game.
you, Ryan.
Woo!
Stephanie.
Hoo-ha! All right. So we'll start with Joe. Here's the first name written here.
Uh-huh.
True or false? Matthew McConaughey starred in the movie We Bought a Zoo.
False.
That's correct.
I'm nervous now.
Yusef. True or false? Dwayne Johnson faces the aftermath of a hurricane in 2015's San Andreas.
False. It's an earthquake.
That's right. It's an earthquake. San Andreas. TJ, this question is so fucking stupid. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. TJ, true or false?
Do that because I'm gonna fuck it up.
No, even you can't fuck this one up. TJ, true or false? The Lego Movie is Morgan Freeman's very first horror film.
I feel like that's a trick question. I'm gonna say false.
That is legit what's written on here. I would.
Oh
not
my
make that
god!
What the fuck?
I got scared for a second. I was like, wait a minute.
All right, so that was round 1. If this
Okay.
goes on too long and no one misses one, we'll figure out something else. Okay.
We can always edit it. We can always edit this podcast.
Yeah.
No.
All right, Joe. True or false? Kristen Stewart played the title role in Bridget Jones's Diary.
False.
That's right.
God damn, but this is like beyond stupid.
Yusef.
Yeah,
True or
makes sense.
false? The 2015 film Tomorrowland stars Adam Arkin as a former inventor.
False.
It's false. It's George Clooney. Adam
Yeah.
Arkin is the guy from Halloween H2O.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Okay.
Are these all ridiculous questions?
I'm just reading them straight from the cards. They're all this bad.
God damn it.
All right. TJ, true or false? Jerry Seinfeld voices Grug Crude, a caveman and overprotective patriarch of the Crudes family.
False.
It's
Nicolas
Nicolas Cage.
Cage. That's right. Also, all falses. We haven't had a single true yet.
No.
Because it's easy to write false questions. You just write stupid fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
True or false?
Person who made
Movies
these
are
questions
filmed on
never
film.
saw a movie.
All right, Joe, this one's for you. True or false? Hunt for the Wilder People is about a national manhunt in South America.
False.
That's right. It's in New Zealand.
Yeah.
It's a great
Love that
movie. If you
movie.
haven't watched.
Yusef. True or false? Inside Out is a 2015 film released by Walt Disney Pictures.
That's a tricky one. False. It's Pixar.
I'm sorry, this was true.
They already bought him?
True.
Okay.
Yusef's out, guys. No, wait. Sorry. Yusef's not out till the end of the round. We gotta wait and see what happens with TJ.
Oh shit.
TJ, true or false? In Wall-E, Sandra Bullock played a minor role as the voice of the ship's computer.
False. Sigourney Weaver.
That's right. Sorry, Yusef, you're out of the game, man.
What was his movie?
It was what was the thing? It was oh geez, he just left. That's it. He's gone. Damn.
No, he's been going in and out the whole time.
Oh, okay. All right, Joe, it's back to
What
you.
was the movie? What was my movie?
Oh no, I'm not gonna give up my other picks. I'm only gonna tell the winner.
Oh,
Sorry
okay.
for all the shitty movies that we're not gonna watch.
Oh, they'll come back around. Don't worry, they'll come back around. Joe, this one's to you, buddy. True or false? The Celine S7 car that Bruce drove in Bruce Almighty is actually owned by Jim Carrey.
True.
That's true. That was a true one.
What the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
TJ,
That's
true or
art.
false? In the Peanuts movie, Charlie Brown falls in love with Patty.
Which one's Patty? Is that the blonde? Is
True
that
or
a
false?
sister?
I can't. Hey, it's a true or false. I can't give you anything else.
False.
That's right. He falls in love with the little red-haired girl.
Oh, of course he does.
Joe, true or false? The Imitation Game is a film about real-life British crypto analyst Alan Turing.
True.
Yeah, that's true. TJ, true or false? In Greece, the main group of guys, the main group of guys are called the Grease Monkeys.
Called the fucking T-Birds, baby. False.
Hey, baby. You know that shit.
I played them in the 5th grade play. I was Danny Zuko. What's up?
Oh, damn. Yeah, I'm more of a Kaneki man, you know?
Yeah, I can see that.
All right, true or false, Joe?
Yeah.
The 2013 drama film Philomena is based on the book The Lost Child of Philomena Lee by journalist Martin Sixsmith.
God, please get this wrong.
True.
It is true. It keeps going. The game goes on.
Never gonna win anything.
TJ, true or false? Captain Phillips is about the first American cargo ship to be hijacked in 200 years.
Oh, that's just hard. We know they're from Somalia. Right?
That's not part of the question.
True.
It is true.
All right.
Oh, damn, I'm down to my last card. I mean, I have a lot more, but we'll change it up here if Joe doesn't get this. True or false, Joe? Minions is a 2015 3D computer animated film.
True.
That's right. That was true. Okay. All right.
Fuck, I had to know when Disney bought Pixar.
in like 2004.
Animated movie.
Let's see if these let's see if there's some multiple choices here. Let's see if they're any harder. This is a multiple choice question. Actor Johnny Depp based his portrayal of Captain Jack Sparrow on a mix of Keith Richards and which cartoon character?
Is this to me?
Yeah, I guess so.
Fucking hate Johnny Depp in that movie.
All right.
So
well, it's mixed with Keith Richards and either A, Pepe Le Pew, B, Elmer Fudd, C, Goofy.
Pepe Le Pew.
That's right. He got it. It's Pepe Le Pew.
Jesus.
Guys. Joe, what does Remy want to be in 2007 movie Ratatouille?
A chef. A French
Yeah,
chef.
I didn't have to give you this game sucks. This is why I brought this game out. I wanted to tell everybody how bad this game sucks.
Okay,
Listen to
guys.
This one gives you have to hear the choices. Which film is about Rocky? Inside Out, Creed, or The Room?
Mask. The mask.
So it's down to TJ and Joe. So their two picks, their two movies. How are we going to decide this without having to play this game? How are we going to give this?
TJ. I feel like he needs a win.
Do we want to? You want to do one where like you guys shout out the answer and whoever I hear first gets it?
Yeah, do that.
Sure.
Who was the voice of Burger Beard the Pirate in the SpongeBob SquarePants Out of Water? Anybody know that?
If Joe doesn't know this, I don't, because he loves SpongeBob.
Nah, I don't know it.
Well,
Is it Tom Kenny?
let me see if there's a better one here.
Is it Tom Kenny?
Oh, okay, this is an easy one that you both know, so you just have to shout it out first. I know you both know it.
Shout.
Which actor stars as the title character in the 2015 movie, which is 2015 must be the year this came out. Everything's about 2015. Which actor stars in as the title character in the 2015 movie Ant-Man?
Joe. Paul Rudd.
Yeah, Joe.
I was about to say Scott Lang.
All right, so Joe, because of you were the winner. The movie that was attached to your name is the weird, creepy, sex science fiction movie Splice.
Nice. I fucking love that movie.
Yeah. It's been one I've been wanting to revisit myself.
Adrian Brody, baby, and the chick.
Pre-marked to be a bunker someday, never to be. Now it's gonna be a Flyover film.
Oh, it's got the girl from Dawn of the Dead in it too.
Cool.
Sarah Polley. Yeah.
Sarah Polley.
She rarely does anything.
Oh, it's so good. That movie's got a lot of sexual weird shit.
It's got some weird shit in it. Yeah, right. Cool. I'm excited.
All right, boys. Everyone, get ready for the next one. Brian, where can we find you?
Oh, you can find me on Twitter at Hercules. Look me up. Watch me talk.
Joe, what about you, bud?
You can find me Chendango1 on same thing. We can talk about the DVD bunker where you can always find me.
Oh my god, not for long though. Those uncut versions aren't gonna be around forever, Joe.
Oh shit. You
Those
said?
long uncuts.
Why I love movies.com.
Alright guys, you guys find me at TJDex on Twitter, and you guys are on Flyover State of Film right now, YouTube. Later.